you've been injured by a car wreck, dog bite, slip and fall, or someone else's negligence, you need Cromartie Law. Call 706-622-4853 for your free consultation. Get personal service from local attorneys.
Search Cromartie Law.
Call me first, Rick Cromartie.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like a great basketball team, success starts with a solid game plan. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
Yeah, things have changed over the years to make life easier, but still, some stuff you do, it's great to pass on to your kids.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Greetings everyone, Cash Money Mike here with World's Finest Chocolate. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and make sure you keep Christ in Christmas. Remember the reason for the season, and that is love, forgiveness, grace. And if you ever need chocolate, please give me a call. Scan the QR code, and adios.
High school basketball coverage begins now on the Southeast Sports Network. This broadcast is presented by Cromartie Law. Produced by Northwest Georgia Media in collaboration with WLAQ Radio. You're watching high school basketball action on the Southeast Sports Network.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome into live coverage here of the 2025 72nd Annual Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Basketball Tournament. I'm Matt Davis alongside Luke Reynolds now for the Boys Championship. And, of course, Luke has been working with Gavin Booker throughout the tournament, doing a fantastic job, and he'll be on the call here of the championship game with me. And I think we're in store for a really fun game here, Luke.
Yes, sir. I'd describe it as I described last night, a duel of the ages here tonight between the Blue Devils and the Tigers.
No doubt about it. We've got the model Blue Devils and the Darlington Tigers going head-to-head for the gold ball. And to give you a little background on these two teams and the seasons that they've had so far Model has been perfect. They are 7-0 coming into this game tonight, 3-0 in their region, which is also the region in which Darlington plays. They have not played in a region game thus far this season, but that is Region 6, Class A, Division I. Meanwhile, the Darlington Tigers are 8-1 and 2-0, but the only blemish on their record, we should point out, was against St. Pius, which is a 10-0 4A school and one of the better programs in the state of Georgia in high school basketball, and that was a 10-point game. So you got to take that one with a grain of salt, Luke.
Yeah, and this Darlington team is ready to score, ready to win, and that's a singular blemish on their record.
No question about it. Now, as far as the tournament is concerned and how these two teams got here throughout the tournament to find themselves playing in the championship game, the Model Blue Devils picked up a victory over Coosa, 89-51, then a semifinal victory over Rome, 70-49. And I should mention that, of course, Chaden Woodley picked up 25 points versus Coosa. He picked up 31 points in the game against Rome the other night. So he has had an unbelievable tournament. And we mentioned that Tori Vitello was the tournament MVP. I certainly see Chaden Woodley, depending on what happens in the game tonight, as being one of the front runners for that award among some of the other players that are going to be on the floor tonight. But one of the things that I'd like to point out about this model team is every game that they played this year, they have won by 15 points or more. But with that said, Luke, the Darlington Tigers are a different animal than they have faced so far this year.
An absolutely different animal, a global roster they have assembled here, the Darlington Tigers. They've got Cam Selig all the way from Nova Scotia, Canada, DJ Hall, a guy all the way from the Bahamas, and even locally able to recruit Jordan Wilkerson, a guy who actually played his freshman year at my school, Unity.
No question about it. Meanwhile, on the other side, we already mentioned one of the top players for this model squad this year. He's just a sophomore, Chaden Woodley, but you've got some experienced guys like Bryson Denson playing in his junior year. He's been a contributor to this team since he was a freshman. Also, Bryson Bell is one of those guys that if you can get him open, he can knock down some deep range shots. Also plays really good defense for this team. John Mason, he's one of those guys that's always a spark plug for the team. He picked up 13 points in the game, but he is everywhere, whether it's on the offensive side of the floor or on defense. Just a really, really high energy, intense player. And so a lot of good players here for this team. And one of the guys that I want to mention has really come along here for the Blue Devils going into his senior year is Dominic Fraley. He's been a good player, but he has become an outstanding player for this team earlier in the season.
Absolutely outstanding. And another guy I would mention is Tyler Harrell, who had quite the game coming off the bench against Coosa. A strong big man on this roster.
Well, Luke, we've got about 2 minutes until this thing tips off, so we're going to catch our breath because there's going to be a lot of action, so we better. So let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, give you the starting lineups, and it'll be go time in the boys' championship. It's Darlington. It's Model. It is going to be one to remember for a long time, and we'll get to it in a 2-minute break.
I want to pass on everything that I do here. I mean, I love having my kids with me, learning from their dad. A lot of this stuff has been passed down from generation to generation. Yeah, things have changed over the years to make life easier, but still, some stuff you do, it's great to pass on to your kids.
Serious car wrecks deserve serious action. Call Cromartie Law in Rome.
They've collected tens of millions on behalf of their clients.
When you have a serious injury, you want a serious law firm on your side. You want Rick working on your personal injury case.
Search Cromartie Law.
Call me first.
right, folks, it's almost go time here on the hill inside the Winthrop King Center. It's the Model Blue Devils and the Darlington Tigers set to lock horns here in just a couple of moments and find out who is going to hoist the gold ball, the final one of the night. So let's give you your starting lineups, and we'll get things rolling inside the Winthrop King Center. But for your Model Blue Devils tonight, you're going to have number 10, John Mason, in the starting lineup. He is a senior. Also in the starting lineup, number 21, junior Bryson Denson. You're going to have number 22, Bryson Bell, a senior this year. Number 25, Chaden Woodley, a sophomore. And rounding out the starting five here tonight for the Model Blue Devils is going to be Dominic Fraley, playing in his senior year. And of course, head coach for the Model Blue Devils, and has been for a long time, had a ton of success, is Jacob Travis. Now, Model comes out there in their black uniforms with white letters and numbers and blue trim. Here's your starting five here for the Darlington Tigers. They're dressed out in their white uniforms with purple letters and numbers and black trim. But for the Darlington Tigers in the starting lineup tonight, we're going to start with number 2, Jordan Wilkerson, playing in his junior year. Also in the starting lineup tonight for the Tigers, number 3, Brent Bell, a senior. Number 5, DJ Hall, a junior, in the starting lineup tonight. Also number 21, Cam Selig. He is a senior, 6'8", one of the tallest floors on the team at all time. On the floor at all times. And then number 11, Christian Teasley. He is a senior, 6'2", and that rounds out the starting five for the Darlington Tigers. And the head coach of the Darlington Tigers is Nathan West, who has also had a tremendous amount of success. So this is not only a great matchup in terms of outstanding players, but you've got two outstanding high school basketball coaches locking horns. In some respects, it's going to be like a chess match with some of the adjustments that these guys are known for making throughout the course of games.
Exactly, and this model program, along with Darlington, both known in the county as one of those teams, both of those teams that can just reload and have new players that are able to put up points every single year.
And you've had some really close battles between these two teams in recent years. And I know the coaches probably don't want to hear you say this, but let's face it, this has become quite a rivalry. It's going to be a heated contest, no doubt about it. Both of these teams want to win this game badly. So here we go, folks. It's go time. Selig and also Fraley in the circle, and the tip-off is going to go to Model. All right. Bringing it out, it's going to be Bryson Denson. He crosses over the beak, now goes towards the low block, puts it up, tries to scoop it in, misses the shot. Cam comes out with the rebound here for Darlington. So we're still scoreless here, just a few seconds into the ball game. But that won't last long. DJ Hall's got it. The Darlington Tigers scored 114 points in their game over Rockmart last night, with shortened 6-minute quarters in the third and fourth quarters of the ball game. I mean, Luke, they were on pace at one point to score 140 points, and if the game wasn't shortened, they may have done it.
Exactly, just a stifling offensive effort from that Darlington Tigers team, and they won't be able to replicate that, I don't think, tonight.
I don't think so. Not against the Model Blue Devils, as hot a start as they've gotten to this season. Here's Fraley. He dribbles baseline, lost the handle, ball comes loose. Coming out with it is going to be Teasley, and the Tigers are on the move. They get into the half court. Selig is on the right wing side, puts up the three. He's a big guy, but he's got some range. Misses that shot, though. Here comes Chaden Woodley underneath. Collides with Cam underneath the bucket, and the foul, or actually I think that was Bell. That's going to go against Darlington, so we're going to see Woodley at the free throw line. But Luke, he's down on the floor right now.
Yeah, he took a tough fall, and Bell did as well. That was a rough one there.
So right now the trainer is out to have a look at Chaden Woodley. And we mentioned to you in the pregame that Woodley had 25 points in the opening round against Coosa. You thought that was good. He had 31 points, 4 made threes in their victory over Rome last night. So if he can't play, that is going to be an absolutely huge loss for Model. But the good news is, as you can hear the round of applause start up, he is starting to get up. And he looks like he's going to be able to go. That was a little nerve-wracking there for a second for the Model fans, for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just an issue of hitting the ground too hard. Nothing permanently injured, hopefully.
But he is going to go take a seat, and we're going to see free throws coming up here from Brenton Bell. who is a really good shooter here for this model basketball team, and they'll try to get the first points of the game. We've played 1 minute and 2 seconds, and no scoring just yet, but that's about to change. Here's the first shot, and that one's through. So Brenton Bell with a free throw made. Model takes a 1-0 lead here early in this contest. One more coming up for Bell. Second shot is through. And I got to tell you, I love the uniforms for both of these teams tonight. Both looking real sharp.
I do as well. I do wish Model had an all-blue kit.
Seelig took the feed underneath, put up the shot, a battle for the ball underneath. And now we get ready for Darlington to inbound the ball. DJ Hall from the baseline surveys the floor, and he is going to find Bell up top, or not Bell. Yeah, it is Bell. Underneath, sends it right wing side. There's a lot of Bells on the floor. That gets a little confusing. Here's DJ Hall, breaks baseline underneath to Selig, puts it up, misses the shot. John Mason comes out with a rebound. And what an atmosphere tonight, man. This crowd's into it early, as you would expect.
Absolutely packed. Standing room only right now in the arena.
So now Bryson Denson gets ready to run their offensive set. Directing traffic, drives in, goes low block, turns, puts it up towards the rim, misses the shot. Bell comes down with a rebound for Darlington. They want to work quickly on the other end. DJ Hall's got it. Now they're going to bounce it out to Teasley. Teasley starts to work towards the free throw line, leaves it out for Cam Sadley. Now to the left wing side, Teasley with the little finger roll into the bucket. And that's the first points of the game for Darlington. We're tied at 2. On the other end, Fraley after a nice feed. I blinked my eyes and he was on the other end scoring. I didn't see where the feed came from. Did you catch that by chance, Luke?
That was Fraley, I believe.
Well, I saw the shot. I was just wondering where the pass came from.
Oh, it came from all the way at the beginning of the play.
Hall on the other end for 3, knocks it down. The score moves to 5-4. We've got 5:33 left to go in the first quarter. Darlington Tigers takes the lead. Here's Denson, sends it left wing side. Now back around the horn, they get it to Mason, underneath to Fraley. Fraley, the lob over to Denson. They'll reset the offense. Bell, Mason drives the lane. Ball is going to be poked out of bounds, and it's going to be staying with the Model Blue Devils. Right now, head coach of the Darlington Tigers, Nathan West, talking to the official, protesting that a little bit. But Mason's going to bounce it in as Denson tries to get it to the rim. He gets clobbered, Luke.
Yeah, that was a strong, powerful foul there. He got his money's worth.
So Denson is going to the stripe for the first time of the ball game, shooting 2 shots here with 5:11 left to go in the first quarter. 5-4 is your score. Darlington on top. DJ Hall with a 3, and Teasley made a 2 for them. That's where their scoring has come from so far in this one. But here's the shot from Denson, and that one's going to rattle through. I didn't think it was going to go at first.
Yeah, just able to inch it in there. But hey, it's a point all the same.
Exactly right, and that'll tie up the ball game at 5 apiece. Model can take the lead if Denson makes the second shot, but it is missed, and the rebound goes to Brent Bell. Right now, Teasley with the basketball leaves it off for Hall. He'll scoop it out to left wing side to Bell and knocks down the 3. Great ball movement and good finish by Bell.
And there's some of that scoring that we were anticipating in this one.
Absolutely. Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe for the Blue Devils. Sending it left wing side to Brenton Bell. Now back up top to Bryson. Going to get it to John Mason. Drives in. Nifty move. Couldn't get the finish. Kept it in bounds. Denson comes out with it. It stays with Model. Bryson Denson with the ball. Feeds it back up top to Bryson Bell. And a double dribble is called. It's coming back to Darlington.
But what a play that time after the missed layup for Mason. Able to keep that one alive. Didn't work out after the call there.
Boys Championship game, 72nd annual Rome 7 Hills Rotary Christmas Basketball Tournament. Got a fun one so far. Going to lob it to the left wing side. There's Bell. Misses the shot. Rebound is going to go to Bryson Bell for Model. Right now we've got 3 Bells out on the floor, 2 for Model and 1 for Darlington. No. Shot is up and through. Who made that shot? I had turned my head.
It was Fraley that time.
Fraley makes the bucket. Another shot on the other end is made for Darlington. I didn't catch who that was either.
I was looking down that time too.
Apologize for that, folks. We'll see if we can catch it in just a moment. But right now, DJ Hall with the basketball for Darlington. You can't blink your eyes in this game. They fire it right wing side to Teasley, drives in, leaves it for Cam Selig. And we're going to have a whistle, and Cam is going to the free throw line. This will be the first free throws of the basketball game. We're getting another, nope, that was of the foul. Let's hope it was going to be that last made shot there for Darlington, since we didn't catch who it was. Second shot on the way, or first shot on the way is through. We'll get ready for the next one here from Cam.
And as we continue in this one, the free throws have been a factor for a lot of these games, and it could be that way in this one.
100%. Second shot on the way is going to carry him off the rim. Rebound's going to be taken by Fraley. And now we're going to see Denson bringing up the floor here for the Blue Devils. He's across the midcourt stripe. Tries to lob the pass, but it is deflected by DJ Hall right in his face. Now trying to battle for the ball. It is loose. Denson recovers. 18 seconds on the shot clock for Model. Denson now is going to give it off to Fraley. Fraley back over to Denson, who's on the logo on the far side. Back up top goes to Bryson Bell. Now to John Mason, going to make a move inside. Splits defenders, loses the ball, but it was tipped last by Darlington. Brenton Bell checks back in to the game here for Model. Bryson Bell's going to check out. And so John Mason surveys the floor, bounces it in, trying to get an inbound pass set up here to Chaden Woodley, but it's picked off by DJ Hall, and Darlington goes back the other way. Wilkerson into the game. Here's a pass out to Teasley for three and drills it. What a feed from Wilkerson to Teasley and through the net.
The chemistry right there for the Tigers.
Oh, you are not kidding. On full display. Under 3 minutes to go here in the quarter. Darlington out to a 14-7 lead. Woodley with the heave, misses the shot. DJ Hall's got it, down low to Bell, laying it in, misses the shot, too strong. And of course, Coach Jacob Travis realizes this would be a good time to call a timeout, try to rally the troops, kill some of this momentum from the Darlington Tigers. Darlington on top, 14-7, 2:42 left first quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, things have changed over the years to make life easier, but still, some stuff you do, it's great to pass on to your kids.
Model, in an effort to not have this Darlington lead balloon any further here on this run, takes a timeout. Now they've got the ball trailing 14-7. Blue Devils with it. Brenton Bell's got the ball. Going to send it to left wing. No, picked off by DJ Hall again. He drives in, and that is going to be, who did they get? Was it the offense or the defense? It's going to be on the defense. So that's going to be on Brenton Bell, and going to the free throw line will be the Darlington Tigers and DJ Hall, but not before a little bit of a discussion between the officials.
Yeah, Bell just an instant away there from setting his feet and changing that one from a charge to a block, but block was the call there.
Definitely a bang-bang situation there, and now we're going to see DJ Hall at the free throw line, who's got 5 points here tonight for the Darlington Tigers. Going to be a substitution in for the Model Blue Devils. Tyler Harrell checks in, and things have been moving so fast I haven't been able to keep up here on the broadcast with the players on the floor. We've got some fresh faces out on the floor for Darlington. We'll try to catch that in a moment, but right now DJ Hall shooting a free throw, and he knocks it down. So the score moves to 17-7. Model with the basketball. John Mason's got it. Model's got to figure out a way to get some looks here in this game. Ball is knocked loose on the floor. Brenton Bell picks it up, and we got a whistle. They're going to get Darlington's Number 10, Trey Moore, is a good wide receiver on the football team. Good basketball player as well, just a good athlete. Another one of the football players is out on the floor, Mitchell Rotten, a freshman this year. Ball goes into the backcourt to Bryson Denson off the inbound pass. 2:09 left to go in the first quarter. Darlington with a 10-point, 17-7 lead in this one early. Here's Bryson Denson, drives the low block, and he gets blocked by Joseph Oganyemi. And that's going to be a foul.
And Oganyemi, an absolute presence in the paint, 6'9" as a freshman for the Tigers.
And we don't have his weight, Luke, but he's a pretty big kid too. He is a physical guy. He does not look like a freshman at all.
Exactly.
So Bryson Denson back at the charity stripe, puts up the first shot, and it is through. He'll get ready for another one. He's 2 of 3 from the line, and that cuts it to a 17-8 game. We got 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter of the boys championship. One more free throw coming up here for Bryson. He puts it up, and that one rattles off the rim. Rebound goes to Oganyemi. Now Trey Moore with the ball, gives it off to DJ Hall. DJ Hall going to make a move towards the free throw line, sends it left wing side to Mitchell Rotten. Rotten across, gets it to Wilkerson, open three, and that one's off the front of the rim. A little bit short on that one, but it had the line. Here's Brenton Bell, nice feed to Tyler Harrell, backs his way in, strong take to the basket, but he couldn't get it to fall, and we have a whistle.
And what a battle of the bigs that time, Harrell and Oganyemi.
No doubt about it. And Tyler Harrell is going to the free throw line to shoot 2 as Model opting to go into the paint and try to attack at the rim. And it's turned out to be a good strategy so far because they found themselves at the free throw line with an opportunity to catch their breath and get some points here.
And so far less of a focus on the 3 points, which won them the game against Coosa.
First shot is made for Harrell, gets ready for a second as more subs come into the game. Checking back in, Brenton Bell, and also for the first time of the game here for Model, we're going to see number 14, Justin Finley. Both teams trying to keep fresh legs out on the court here early in the game. Second shot from Harrell. That one is going to bounce out, and the rebound is going to go to Hall. No look pass to the right wing side to Wilkerson. He'll fire it back up top to Rotten, who makes a break for the bucket. Ball rolls back out to DJ Hall as he lost a handle on it. Here's Hall, no look pass to Bell, puts it up, 3-point shot, a little off the mark there as Bell tries to get dialed in for Darlington. Got a whistle. I think they got Moore again. That's his second foul here quick, so Moore will check out here in just a moment with those 2 quick fouls.
Yeah, just reaching over the back there on the rebound. And I thought Bell was going to knock that one down again. He's already got one from that exact spot on the floor.
He certainly does. 2 free throws coming up for another Bell, Brenton Bell. There are a lot of Bells here. Shot is on the way. Of course, you've got Brenton and Bryson Bell for Model. You've got Brent Bell, who is a player for Darlington. You've got Brent Bell, who is a coach for Model, one of the assistant coaches, and then the head of school at Darlington is Brent Bell. So
I'd have to say a record for Bells involved here in this Christmas tournament.
Isn't that the truth? Second shot is made now at 17-11 as Model tries to cut back into this thing. They were down by 10. Here's DJ Hall. Going to send it left wing side to Teasley. Corner 3 from Rotten, and that is going to be off the back of the rim. It won't fall. John Mason's got the rebound for the Blue Devils.
And Model's going to have to be able to close out to that corner because it has been open a few times already in this one.
Chaden Woodley now with the basketball, backs up between the circles, resets the offense, sends it to the high post, and Tyler Harrell now back out to Woodley, wide open 3, and he drains it. Chaden Woodley delivers on the 3-point shot. It's a 3-point game just like that.
And there's Woodley finally making some noise in this one.
And ball stolen away by Woodley, just as you said it, Luke, and puts up the 3, and that would have tied the game, but it is missed. Harrell with the putback, it falls. We got a 1-point ball game. This is exciting, 17-16. Darlington leads by 1.
And the Blue Devils fan base is in the house tonight.
Indeed they are. Teasley to Hall, back to Teasley, fires the tray, and that one's off the rim. A whistle. And who is this on?
On the Tigers.
I think they got Mitchell Roughton with that one. And so Tyler Harrell is going back to the charity stripe where he will try to settle in here early in the game. These will be his third and fourth attempts here in the first quarter.
Yeah, just a roller coaster of a game for both sides thus far.
So Harrell puts up the first free throw, and it is through. He gets ready for a second with 8.5 seconds. Luke, we got a tie ball game at 17 apiece. Darlington is led by as many as, I believe, 10.
Exactly what you love to see at this stage of the tournament, the championship down to the wire right now.
Tyler Harrell with another free throw. That one's off the back of the rim. He's 50%, 2 of 4 from the stripe, and we remain tied. Here comes DJ Hall. 3 seconds to go in the final quarter. They let a couple of seconds bleed off the clock as the ball went out of bounds, so I think they probably will add a little bit of time back to the clock before he inbounds the ball. No, they do not. Maybe I read that wrong. But nonetheless, a heave at the buzzer from Chaden Woodley from almost half court. Almost went in, but that is the end of the first quarter, and it was a dandy. 17 apiece, Model and Darlington, just as advertised. We're back for the second quarter after a 1-minute break.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like a great basketball team, success starts with a solid game plan. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
If you were injured in an accident,
it wasn't my fault.
But you called an Atlanta TV law firm.
That was my fault.
If you were injured in an accident,
call Cromartie Law.
Personal service from local attorneys.
We don't get paid unless we win.
Search Cromartie Law.
Call me first, Rick Cromartie.
One quarter in the books, and we're right back where we started. Tie ball game, 17 apiece between the Model Blue Devils and the Darlington Tigers. Darlington had put together a 10-point lead, but the Model Blue Devils punch back. Here's Denson putting up the layup, missing the shot right out of the break there between quarters. Now Darlington with the basketball. They work it towards the right wing side. Handling the ball is Grant Molnar. Now back up top. Shot from the free throw line is Brent Bell. Ball poked out of bounds there by the Blue Devils. So we'll get ready for Darlington to inbound the ball with some fresh players into the basketball game. They inbound to Cam Selig, and he puts it up off the inbound pass and scores.
And that's why you put Molnar in the game, able to just find the open guys as a point guard.
And so Darlington retakes the lead. 19-17 is your score. Currently about a minute into the second frame of this one. Dominic Fraley trying to back his way in, kicks it out, gives it to John Mason, fires it right back to Fraley. He gets it to the rim, but travels. That'll be a turnover, and it's coming back to the Tigers.
Once again, another close call that time. Could have been a foul, but a travel.
And you got to tip your cap here to both teams. They have been battling mightily here in the first quarter. Model was down by 10. They battled back, weathered a storm, and made this a ball game going to the second frame. But right now, DJ Hall's got it, gives it back to Molnar. Going to send it right back to Wilkerson, who drives into the lane, puts up the shot off the front of the rim. Ball loose, picked up by Bryson Denson. Goes in, gives it to Woodley off the glass. Great teamwork between Denson and Woodley to create the shot and the finish.
Beautiful, unselfish basketball wins ball games.
Shot on the other end is missed, but we're going to have free throws. Here for the Darlington Tigers, it's going to be Christian Teasley going to the free throw line here for the Tigers, the Purple Tigers. 19 apiece, we got another tie. I have a feeling we're going to say that a lot tonight.
For sure.
Shot is missed. We'll get ready for Teasley's second free throw. He's got 5 points here in the ball game.
And Christian Teasley, almost an underrated scorer in this one. He's got an offer from Point University. But I feel like he could pick up some more as the season continues.
And he just picked up another point there, as you said that, 20-19. Darlington out to a 1-point lead again. Pass down low, went in for the dunk attempt, did Fraley after a nice feed from Bell. Missed the shot though. And now Darlington with it on the other end. Teasley after the feed from Wilkerson went with a reverse layup, but there was a whistle before the shot. And they got Dominic Fraley on the foul here for the Model Blue Devils. And that was on the floor, so we get ready for DJ Hall to inbound the ball for the Tigers. Hall is going to find Teasley in the corner. The corner three goes in and out. Put back from Cam Seelig is going to go through.
And that's the benefit of having a guy like Seelig, just a force, along with Ogwunemi when he's in the game. Just two very massive players.
Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe for the Blue Devils with a 3-point deficit to try to overcome. Here's Chaden Woodley, goes baseline, gives it off to John Mason, left wing side to Denson. He'll dribble back between the circles, directing traffic. They'll reset their offense. Here go the Blue Devils. Denson goes towards the paint, gets stripped. DJ Hall comes out with the ball. He's across the timeline, goes coast to coast, turns, fires outside. A pass from Selig. Shake off there from Wilkerson and knocks down the three. Really faked off the defender, Luke.
And beautiful that time for Jordan Wilkerson. He will find that three ball.
Mason goes into the paint, turns, gets bumped, and that is a traveling call against the Blue Devils. Boy, Wilkerson has got a nice stroke when he is open. My goodness, what a shot. Of course, I would imagine you know him pretty well because he was at Unity at one point, wasn't he, a couple of years ago?
I do. Former teammate of mine. He won a state championship as a freshman. Miss Wilkerson, his mom, was one of my best teachers I've ever had in high school.
Teasley for three. That one's off the mark. Rebound picked up by DJ Hall. Drives into the lane, gets stripped by Harrell. Ball rolls out of bounds. It's coming back to the Blue Devils. 25-19 is your score. Darlington is back to a 6-point lead. 5:15 left to go in the second quarter. And we got a packed house inside the Winthrop King Center tonight for both championship games. Chaden Woodley going to bring it up the floor here for the Blue Devils. He's across the timeline. Now goes to work on DJ Hall. Goes in, puts it up, and it's going to be too strong off the glass. Outlet pass to Teasley. Layup attempt is through and good.
And that's the beauty of the offense. Even that time, an open layup, but Bell in the corner open for a three if he wanted it.
Here comes Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe. Kind of drags his foot, now works towards the left wing side. Works around a screen from Harrell and gets blocked, but there's also some contact there. So I think we're going to see free throws from Denson. It's been a great tournament, wonderful last few days. We appreciate you tuning in for the broadcast. I do want to take this opportunity to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Won't be broadcasting any basketball until we get to the first of the year. I won't anyway. I'll be spending time with family the next couple of weeks. Denson puts up the shot, and that one is through. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and your family, Luke. I hope you have a great time celebrating.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well.
One more coming up for Bryson Denson. And he makes the second one. And Luke, you pointed it out earlier. You cannot describe the gravity of those free throw shots. You got to have them in a game like this. Outlet pass down to Woodley, drives, puts it up and scores after the Darlington turnover. That cuts it to 27-23, a 4-point deficit for the Blue Devils. Tigers on top.
And that was great to watch from up here. Woodley's eyes just lit up. He knew he had open layup.
Wilkerson for three and through. Jordan Wilkerson and Luke, look at the ball movement from the Tigers on offense that time.
Beautiful, and that's what allows for threes to be made and opens up for this high volume of three-point shooting.
Denson avoids the carry, gives it to Woodley. Scoop shot off the glass, too high. Rebound taken by Darlington. Denson bumps into Hall, so I think they're going to get him with the foul. They do. I also want to send a shout out to my buddy Jeff Gable, who has been a part of this tournament as a journalist for the Rome News Tribune for a number of years. Also has called a bunch of games on WLAQ's done some work for Northwest Georgia Media, but he put a column in the paper, so it's fair for me to say this. He had a medical procedure yesterday. Right now, Teasley with the ball, kicks it out right wing side. Is he red hot? Yes, he is. Jordan Wilkerson knocks down his third three of the second quarter and of the game. I'll complete my statement on Jeff in just a minute. I don't want to stop without finishing that thought. Denson goes in, scoop shot, and it is through. Across the timeline goes Teasley, gives it to Wilkerson, now left wing side. DJ Hall went behind the back, and he was expecting Brent Bell to break towards the baseline on the left side, but he cut towards the near side and wasn't there, so the ball went out of bounds.
Just a miscommunication that time, maybe trying to get a little too fancy down there.
But Jeff Gable had a medical procedure this week, and we got a text message from him yesterday. It appears that everything went well, so we're grateful for that, Jeff. We're praying for you. We miss you at the tournament. We can't wait to get you back here. Another turnover here, or out of bounds rather. It stays with Model. 3:11 left to go in the second quarter. Right now, Darlington back to an 8-point lead, 33-25. Inbound pass goes to Woodley. He drives in, step back jumper, and scores. What a bucket.
And how about it for Woodley? His Instagram handle is most hated, and I do believe the Darlington Tigers are hating that point production right now.
Oh, my goodness. I'm glad you explained the reference because I wouldn't have known it. I don't do a lot on Instagram. Ball is stolen away. John Mason comes out with it, gives it to Denson. I'm on there, but I don't do a lot with it.
I try to be thorough in my research when I can.
Here is Chaden Woodley for three, knocks it down. Big-time shot from a big-time player. And it's a three-point ball game. Darlington on top by three. Wilkerson knocks one down and gets fouled. And Luke, he's going for the free throw line, and this time he can get 3 points the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Jordan Wilkerson, definitely a big fan of the three-point shot, but he can get the and ones as well.
So Jordan has made 3 threes in the second quarter, and now he's converted a three-point play with the and one. 36-30 your score. Darlington up by 6. This has been so much fun here in this boys championship. Here's Bryson Bell. Can't leave him open, or he'll do what he just did, knock down the tray. And the score moves to 36-33. The Blue Devils punch back. 2:13 left to go in the half. Back up top, Teasley. He starts to work, bounces it down low to Bell, kicks it out. Wilkerson, red hot, knocks down his 4th tray of the night. Have yourself a second quarter, Mr. Wilkerson.
Yes, sir, and just a momentum roller coaster right now. The left side of the stands erupting, and then the right side of the stands erupting.
39-33, Darlington on top by 6. Woodley with the jump shot, knocks it down. Money.
And the Model faithful coming back alive.
Oh, pass picked off by John Mason. He drives one-on-one underneath, shakes off the defender, puts it up, too strong. Rebound picked up by Bryson Denson. Wide open, Chaden Woodley putting up the three, and that one was a bit off the mark. Goes out of bounds. It was tipped by Darlington. It's staying on this end.
Saved by Mr. Mason that time. Clutch save.
And Luke, when's the last time that you saw an atmosphere at a basketball game like the one we got right now? It doesn't happen too often, I'll tell you that.
It does not at all.
This is epic. John Mason surveys the floor, gets it into Bryson Bell. Now back to Mason on the left wing side. Back out to Bryson. Now on to Chaden Woodley. He'll reset. Now to John Mason. Cuts towards the bucket. Off the glass. He scores. John Mason cuts it to a 2-point ball game. Darlington up 39-37. Mitchell Rotten, the feed inside. Underneath. Sailing off the glass and through. And back to a 4-point lead go the Tigers. Feels like it's been a while since we've had a timeout in this game. It's just been nonstop action, Luke.
Almost like a tennis match, just back and forth, back and forth.
And a tremendous amount of fun, but I got to tell you, this old guy is going to be worn out when the game's over.
Hey, we're going to sleep well tonight, that's for sure.
Chaden Woodley takes the inbound pass here for Bryson Bell. Woodley brings it across the timeline, now fades off towards the left wing side, dribbles between his legs, goes to work on Wilkerson, backs up. Now he's going to kick it out, gives it to Bryson Bell. Under 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. We're getting low on time here in the second quarter, almost halftime. Here's Bryson Denson, goes in, puts it up, scores, gets the foul, and is going to the line. Wow.
And Denson has been looking for some of those to foul, for some of those to fall in the and ones, and one did fall right there.
And so with that, Denson cuts it to a 2-point ball game. If he converts the 3-point play, well, it'll be a 1-point game. Goes through his free throw shooting routine, puts up the shot, knocks it through. We got a 1-point game. Darlington on top. Shot clock's off. Darlington will work it up, maybe fight for the last shot. DJ Hall with the basketball, keeping his pivot foot on the floor, sends it to Mitchell Rotten. He'll go to work, and he travels. So, Luke, it looks like Model may get the last crack at it before the locker room.
Yes, sir, and I think they would be ideal to dial up a 3 here to Woodley. That's what I'd be looking for.
They go to Bryson Denson in the backcourt. He'll bring it up the floor, and we'll set something up here for the Blue Devils. Just gets the call here from Jacob Travis, head coach of the Blue Devils. Model trails by 1, 41-40. Denson on the move, drives in, turns, shoots. With 3 seconds to go, misses the shot, and that is the end of an unbelievably exciting, thrilling first half of basketball. Wow.
Neck and neck, no weaknesses from either side. That's what you love to see in this Christmas tournament.
Darlington leads at 41-40 at the break. We'll send it back to the studio. We'll catch our breath. We'll come back with a halftime show after these messages.
Greetings, everyone. Cash Money Mike here with World's Finest Chocolate. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and make sure you keep Christ in Christmas. Remember the reason for the season, and that is love, forgiveness, grace. And if you ever need chocolate, please give me a call. Scan the QR code, and adios.
Yeah, things have changed over the years to make life easier, but still, some stuff you do, it's great to pass on to your kids.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like a great basketball team, success starts with a solid game plan. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
I get ready for a long-range trip by finding inspiration to begin with. Where do I want to go and why? You go away on a big trip and you come back ready to go again.
tell you what, big crowd on hand, and I got a feeling they are not leaving till after the final buzzer of this one, because that was a great first half, and I would imagine the second half should follow suit. But at halftime right now, Darlington has got a 1-point lead. 41-40 is your score. At the end of the first quarter, we were tied up at 17 apiece. At one point of the first quarter of the ball game, Darlington had put together a 10-point lead, and it was kind of back and forth, as you said, Luke. But what a great first half of basketball. That was super exciting.
A great first half, and I can't wait for the second one. This one has got potential to be one of the best matchups and games of Christmas tournament history in my book.
Oh, I'm with you 100%. So we're certainly hoping that the second half is a lot like the first one. We'll see. But let's break it down here in terms of individual efforts and scoring, and then we'll take another break here in just a couple of moments. But we'll start with your Model Blue Devils, who trailed by 1. You've got 2 points for John Mason. You also have 3 points from Brent Bell. That was from the free throw line in the first quarter of the ball game. 4 points for Tyler Harrell. Then you've got 9 points for Bryson Denson, most of those from the free throw line. He made 5 from the charity stripe, had a couple of field goals as well. Then Chaden Woodley has been lights out, scored 14 points, knocked down a couple of threes, and he was just electric there in the first half. Great team effort there by the Blue Devils. Now for your Darlington Tigers, for the Tigers fans out there listening. You would get 3 points from Brent Bell, knocked down a 3 early in the contest, was kind of quiet. I would imagine we'll see him get heated up at some point of the game. You would pick up 6 points from DJ Hall, 8 from Christian Teasley, 7 points from Cam Seelig, and then a heat check there for Jordan Wilkerson in the second quarter. Luke, Wilkerson knocked down 4 threes, but then he also converted a 3-point play with an and one, so he had 15 points, and Luke, all of them were in the second quarter.
Yeah, he's having a big-time performance, and I imagine he'll continue to stay on that hot streak as we enter the second half.
So again, a super fun half of basketball here in the Boys Championship. If you have not heard yet, we already saw the presentation of one gold ball tonight, and it was for the Almerchi Lady Indians and their victory over Pepperell, 59-42. And it was the first gold ball that Almerchi has won since 2001, so that is their 5th in school history. And a super exciting win for Coach Arp and her team. And it was one of those situations that you always get at the end of these games, at the end of the tournament, when the championship game ends. You're going to see tears of joy on one side and tears of despair on the other. And it's always one of those things where you're excited for the team that won, but you're heartbroken for the team that lost. I know that was a tough loss for Pepperell. They have never won a gold ball in school history, got very close this year. But what a great season they're having. I mean, they have won 11 games so far. It was a great tournament for them, so no reason to hang their heads. What a great performance for them throughout the tournament.
Exactly, and the tribe, I'm sure, very happy. Their student section was showing out. Love to see that from the Almerchi faithful. And I think they'll continue to have a great season this year and maybe a deep playoff run in the future there.
Well, we're going to take another break because we need to catch our breath and save our voice because we got a lot of fun coming up. This is the 72nd annual Rome Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Basketball Tournament, and we've got one more half to go out of a slew of games that have taken place, and this may end up being the best one when all things are said and done. It's the Boys Championship. It is the Model Blue Devils and the Darlington Tigers. Darlington Tigers with a 41-40 lead when we come back to begin the second half after a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back.
If you were injured in an accident,
It wasn't my fault.
but you called an Atlanta TV law firm.
That was my fault.
If you were injured in an accident,
Call Cromartie Law.
Personal service from local attorneys.
we don't get paid unless we win.
Search Cromartie Law.
Call me first, Rick Cromartie.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're going to take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
I get ready for a long-range trip by finding inspiration to begin with. Where do I want to go and why? And usually that involves adventure, something I haven't seen before, something new, a new trail to ride, a new place to get to. You go away on a big trip and you come back ready to go again.
Greetings everyone, Cash Money Mike here with World's Finest Chocolate. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and make sure you keep Christ in Christmas. Remember the reason for the season, and that is love, forgiveness, grace. And if you ever need chocolate, please give me a call. Scan the QR code, and adios.
If you've been injured by a car wreck, dog bite, slip and fall, or someone else's negligence, you need Cromartie Law. Call 706-622-4853 for your free consultation. Get personal service from local attorneys.
Search Cromartie Law.
Call me first, Rick Cromartie.
Hopefully everybody's settled back in because we're about to get this thing going, and we just had an amazing first half between a couple of heavyweights here, between the Model Blue Devils and Darlington Tigers. Exactly what you were hoping to get if you're a basketball fan, and we are having a great time inside the Winthrop King Center closing out this year's tournament. Darlington Tigers feed it in with a 1-point lead, and here we go. Ball is knocked loose, stays with the Tigers. DJ Hall with it, kicks it out to the left wing side. Tried to pass, miscommunication there. No one was home. Here's Woodley down to Denson. Great teamwork, missed the shot. Fraley tried to clean it up with a two-hand flush, missed. And now Tigers come back the other way.
And a great effort there from Jordan Wilkerson, averting the body and not committing the foul there.
Hall tries to straddle the baseline there and went out of bounds, so this is coming back to the Blue Devils.
Tough drive there, almost got it out to the corner, but a turnover nonetheless.
John Mason sends it in to Bryson Denson. Denson going to bring it up the floor. He's across the timeline. Now he's going to work towards the paint, drives in, kicks it out, trying to get it to John Mason, and the ball went through his hands. He went back court. Thankfully was able to get to the ball and prevent one of the Tigers from running down and grabbing it and having a fast break, but nonetheless it's a turnover. DJ Hall with the basketball after the inbound pass. They're going to feed it up top, kick it out to Wilkerson, put it up. I think that was partially blocked by one of the Blue Devils.
And a rare miss for him tonight.
Absolutely. Here's Chatham Woodley from the elbow, puts it up and rattles in. You got some guys, Luke, that it just feels like no matter what they do, they hardly ever miss. He's one of those guys.
Woodley is that guy, the X factor for this Blue Devils team.
DJ Hall for three, misses that one. Dominic Fraley gets the rebound. Bryson Denson takes the pass, now works his way right wing side, gives it to Bryson Bell. Had Brent Bell in his face, so he elected to pass the ball. Now Denson backs up between the circles, drives into the lane, takes it himself, misses the shot. Put back after getting his own rebound is going to fall for Bryson Denson. On the other end, DJ Hall makes the layup. That happened quick.
And once again, back and forth, the story of this one.
44-43 your score. Model on top by 1. Here's Denson, scoop shot, misses it. Rebound by Wilkerson and Darlington.
And how about the handles there? Just unable to finish there for Denson.
Brent Bell with the ball, lost the handle, dives for it. Ball loose on the floor, and what is the call? Did we get a timeout? Or yeah, I think so. Coach Nathan West calls a timeout. So we'll do the same. 5:58 left to go, third quarter. Model up 44-43. We're back in 30.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're going to take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Well, we've seen some rare things in this tournament so far. One of them was last night when Darlington put up 72 points in the first half against Rockmart, amassed 114 points by the night was over, and we don't have any official records, but that's got to be a tournament record.
Oh, for sure.
Shot is made there by Teasley.
Century mark rare to get to in high school basketball, period.
It is, and then also we mentioned earlier that, you know, the second half was shortened by 4 minutes, so they were able to do that with 4 minutes less than regulation to play. Here is a three-point attempt on the other end. Bryson Bell knocks it down after a nice feed and answers.
Another Bell playmaker, as we've highlighted before.
Model up by 2, 47-45, and that was on the shot. Did not count. I didn't see what the call was. I think it might have been a lane violation maybe, or
I have no clue. I don't think they announced it there.
Well, it's a turnover, and now Model comes back the other way. Woodley with the layup, misses the shot. Cam Seelig comes down with a rebound. Here's DJ Hall, fires it right to Teasley, knocks down the three. Wow.
And that is where Darlington excels, where they can get on these fast breaks and hit some threes.
John Mason avoids the traveling call there, misses the shot, and now here come the Tigers back the other way. DJ Hall drives in, shakes off the defender, but misses the shot, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Blue Devils.
And so very close to a dunk that time. That would have brought the Model faithful to a quiet noise here.
I tell you what, this is a solid structure, but I don't know if there's any structure on earth that can handle the energy that is going to be created by this crowd when somebody dunks the ball in this game.
Exactly. That's the beauty of basketball, the way one play can truly just take it out of the stratosphere in noise.
And so DJ Hall set to trigger it in motion here for the Darlington Tigers. They're going to send it left wing side. Now back up top to Wilkerson. On to Teasley on the left wing. Jump shot. That one goes in and out and back in for Teasley.
And Teasley building up some confidence here.
Of course, one of the other things we were talking earlier, Luke, about rare things that happen in the tournament, Caitlin House for Pepperell notched 38 points in a game, and that is the fourth most points. Oh, stolen away. Here's that dunk we're talking about. The room can't hold it. And beautiful. Teasley knocks it down. That was a highlight reel dunk right there.
An eruption right there, and that's why you got to play feisty defense.
Bryson Bell for three on the other end, misses the shot. Wilkerson gets the rebound. But House, we were talking about Caitlin House, scored 38 points. That's the fourth most points scored by a girl in the tournament in history. Shot off the glass from Seelig, made for Darlington. 54-47 is the score. Darlington back out to a 7-point lead, and it happened rather quickly, didn't it, Luke?
It did happen rather quickly, and the student section feeling it right now with the defense chant.
Chaden Woodley with the basketball on the far sidelines, dribbling, now going to go to work, puts up a long-range three, misses that one, a rare miss for Woodley.
A rare miss, and Wilkerson right there in defense.
Ball is deflected out of bounds. Bryson Bell The ball was headed towards Brent Bell. I don't believe there's any relation there.
No, I don't think so. Just a bell-on-bell matchup.
Inbound pass. Sela goes to the rim, misses the shot, but gets fouled. So we're going to see free throws from him for the second time of the night.
And how about it all the way from Nova Scotia, Canada, drawing the foul there for Sela.
One more coming, or 2 free throws coming up for him. That one is through. He gets ready for a second.
And I don't know about you, Matt, but some of these temperatures that we've been having, I feel like we're in Nova Scotia here in Rome.
It's been unusual. Second shot is through, and then I think Christmas it's going to be close to 70 degrees. We don't know whether to wear a jacket or put on some shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah, it has been a roller coaster in the Roman weather.
Life in the southeast. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be, both teams are pointing in the opposite direction, so the officials will have a conference, and we're going to find out the result of said conference. They call it a jump ball. So I guess when in doubt, call a jump ball. And it's funny to listen to the fans booing on both sides after that call.
Yeah, that one was hard to interpret all the way up here. I can't imagine the officials trying to interpret that.
Oh, 100%. Chaden Woodley takes the pass into the backcourt, and now he dribbles between his legs, goes to work on Wilkerson, puts up the shot, and that is going to be a whistle and a foul against Darlington. No, it's actually on, was that on Woodley? Or was it away from the ball?
It was away from the ball.
Okay. I didn't see what number they threw up, but looks like we're going to have a timeout, so we'll take advantage of it. 3:06 left to go here in the third quarter. Right now, Darlington on top by 9, 56-47. We're back in 30 seconds.
Yeah, things have changed over the years to make life easier, but still, some stuff you do, it's great to pass on to your kids.
Set to inbound the ball, leading at 56-47. Want to recognize our video sponsors, presenting sponsor Cromartie Law, and then also the replays brought to you by Smith & Wood Wealth Management. We'll talk about more about our sponsors a little bit later, but we got some action here. Teasley's got the ball, going to feed it back up top, gets it to DJ Hall. Now going to fire right back to Teasley for a quick 3 attempt, and it is through.
And Model just playing a little bit off of Teasley, and that much space will be an open 3 for him.
3 made threes for Teasley on the night. He is having a whale of a game. We'll do some math here in a moment and let you know how many he's got. Chaden Woodley with the ball. Biggest lead of the night for Darlington. They're up 59-47. And Model turns it over on a traveling call. So Darlington's got the momentum and they're getting the ball back. And DJ Hall takes the inbound pass here from Wilkerson. He'll drive towards the top of the key, gives it back to Wilkerson, puts up the shot a little bit off the line that time. Here's the putback by Brent Bell, misses the shot. Diving for it, both teams going after the 50-50 ball. And what is the result of this call? We're going to have a foul on Bell, Brent Bell.
That was a scuffle down there, just trying to crawl anything to get the ball there.
And he wasn't really protesting the call, but I did think he was hoping to get a little explanation there.
Yeah, I didn't see anything particularly egregious there, but obviously something the official saw there.
John Mason going to fire it in from the baseline. He gets it in to Chaden Woodley, who's going to bring it up the floor for the Blue Devils, who really, really desperately need a bucket right now, down by 12, their biggest deficit of the game. Here is Woodley with the ball, shakes off the defender, puts up the 3, and that one caroms off the rim.
And Woodley gone cold right now. They're guarding him very tightly.
Ball stolen away by Woodley. Here's a chance to change it. The one-hand flush, and the place erupts.
And that ends the cold streak.
Indeed it does, with an exclamation point, if you will. Somebody check the roof. We want to make sure it's secure. Here's Teasley, fires it right wing side. Bell off the mark. Been a little cold from the arc, has Bell tonight. Underneath is Mason, puts up the shot, hangs on the rim, falls off, and the rebound's going to go to Oganyemi.
And I thought he was going to get it back out to Woodley there. He was open for a three.
Oganyemi with the ball. Ball stolen away. Mason comes out with it. The Blue Devils going to bring it up the floor. They've cut it back to 10, by the way, 59-49 with that last bucket. Denson with the ball, so they have got a chance to make it single digits here. And the foul's going to go against Wilkerson. Not exactly embracing the call there.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated that time. They do like to play physical on both sides, and the refs are calling a tight game right now.
Bryson Denson at the free throw line with a couple of shots coming up. We are under a minute to go in the third quarter. This is one of those games you never want to end. First shot is through, and that is going to cut it back to single digits. Darlington up 59-50. So this one long from being decided at this point. A lot of basketball to go in this one. Bryson Denson fires the second free throw. A little flat, but it rattles in. And now it's an 8-point game. Under a minute to go. Christian Teasley to bring it up the floor here for the Darlington Tigers. Hall back to Teasley on the near side, back to Hall. Hall going to go back to Teasley. He'll go to work inside, drives baseline underneath, kicks it out. Corner three from Rotten, that's a miss. And the rebound picked up by John Mason. He bounces into Bell, gives it off to Chaden Woodley. Thought about the three, decides to drive in and gets hit by Oganyemi, sorry.
And the theatrics definitely helping Woodley's case that time.
So Woodley going to the free throw line, a good free throw shooter, and actually this is the first time he has gone to the line here tonight. So attacking the rim, getting himself to the free throw line. Here's the first shot, and that one is in. Right now, Woodley has got 19 points. He can make it 20 if he makes this free throw. Luke, what's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd have to go with This Christmas, Donny Hathaway.
Oh, Donny Hathaway. I didn't see that one coming. Shot on the outside from Woodley is missed. And you're hearing the air ball chants. They're going to give it to you here in this crowd for sure. Shot underneath by Seelig after a great feed, and he knocks it through.
Seelig just not picked up down there on the defensive end. Model just could not find him on defense. 7
seconds left to go in the quarter. Here's Denson trying to lay it in, misses the shot. Seelig comes out with the rebound and a heave from well beyond midcourt, and the end of the third quarter will result in a Tigers lead of 61-52. We'll be right back in 1 minute for the final quarter.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Our presenting sponsor, Cromartie Law. Instant Replay is brought to you by Smith & Woods Wealth Management. We also thank Mathis True Value Hardware, Advent Health Redmond, World's Finest
You surprised
Chocolate,
me on that one.
Yeah, I love This Christmas.
and the Herb Shop on Broad.
I always,
Please support the businesses that support us.
Yeah, things have changed over the years to make life easier, but still, some stuff you do, it's great to pass on to your kids.
All right, DJ Hall brings it out. for the Darlington Tigers, and we start the final quarter of this thrilling basketball game. Brent Bell's got it, feeds it up top. DJ Hall for three and drills it. DJ knocks down his second three of the night. 12-point lead for the Tigers.
And once again, just hard to keep up with that perimeter movement of the ball for Darlington.
Woodley underneath, misses the shot, gets his own rebound. Ball poked out of bounds by the Tigers. I like a lot of Christmas music. I would have to say Christmas Time Is Here, the Vince Guaraldi Trio version from Peanuts.
Iconic, that one, for sure. Just
Love
really
that
sets the mood.
And then a lesser known one I'll tell you about in a second. Here's Bryson Bell out to Bryson Denson. How about Dominic the Italian Christmas Donkey by Lou Monte?
I have not heard that one myself, but hey, you know, it's all about the comedy is another staple of the Christmas music industry. Redneck 12 Days of Christmas, Jeff Foxworthy, another one of my favorites.
I like that one too. Dominic Fraley misses the shot. Rebound's going to go to Brent Bell and the Tigers. Here comes DJ Hall across center court, gives it to Mitchell Rotten, sends it left wing side to Teasley, breaks baseline, little scoop shot, misses, or actually a hook shot, and it goes out of bounds. Of course, I like some of the sentimental ones too. Being a Jacksonville State alum, Randy Owen, lead singer from Alabama. He is a Jacksonville State alum, is at a lot of the basketball games. And I like to hear the song Christmas in Dixie a few times this time of year.
Christmas in Dixie, a good one. Always reminds me of Dixieland Delight, classic in SEC country.
That is very true, and a good reference considering what happened yesterday.
Yes, the Crimson Tide pulling out the win there. I did see that one coming, to be honest with you.
I picked Alabama to win that game as well. I think a lot of people thought with the way that they played against Georgia and kind of closed out the season that they were perhaps done, but that was not the case.
And as a Bulldogs fan, I think we could beat them again, but I sure don't want to play them again.
I don't blame you. Here's Woodley, goes inside, finger roll off the glass, nice touch. Chaden Woodley, late in the game. On the right wing side is DJ Hall, feeds it back up top to Teasley. Here's Mitchell Rotten, spins around in the paint, and he's got himself in the scorebook helping the team.
And how about the spin move from the big man there?
66-54, Darlington back to a 12-point lead. 6:30 left to go in the ball game. Driving is Denson inside to Fraley, and the defense has done a pretty good job on Dominic tonight.
True.
Here's Teasley to Mitchell Rotten, goes in, fires it out. Here's Bell, and that one is going to be a little bit off the mark.
And back to what you said, Matt, Bell is just having a little bit of an off night tonight.
And it's like that sometimes. He'll shake it off. You know, next game he'll probably have 30 points, and he may heat up before this one's over as well. Sometimes you just need to see it go in one time, and then all of a sudden you're dialed in. Chaden Woodley on the right wing, going to drive towards the paint, shoots from the free throw line, and misses the shot, and the rebound goes to Darlington. Darlington has won 5 gold balls. Their last was 2023. Lob underneath, Seelig. Basket does not count, but he was fouled. And we're going to see a couple of shots. They got John Mason with the foul.
And showing off the wingspan that time, reaching all the way out with his left hand. I thought he was going to make it all the way outstretched with the left hand, but to the foul line.
So Cam at the free throw line puts up the first shot, and that one's going to rattle through. It's always fun when you see one of the big men have a nice touch from the stripe.
Yes, he is polished as a prospect out of Canada.
That one rattles off the rim. Dominic Fraley battling with DJ Hall for the rebound. Hall wins the battle, and Darlington currently is winning the war 67-54, and adding to the totals is Cam Seelig that we were just talking about. And now Darlington's got their biggest lead, 69-54.
Model could use a bucket right here to shift the tides a little bit.
They absolutely have to have it. We are almost at the 5-minute mark of the game. And just when you needed it, as Luke mentioned, John Mason provides it, knocks one down, and a timeout is going to be called here by Coach Travis.
And you love to see it if you're Coach Travis. The veteran leadership providing the points to quell the momentum there for Darlington.
Well, we're going to keep it here through the break, but we're glad you're with us here. And this will give us another opportunity to talk about our sponsors. We referenced earlier Cromartie Law, presenting sponsor of the video. Also replay brought to you by Smith & Wood Wealth Management. Other sponsors here for the video coverage: Mathis True Value Hardware, World's Finest Chocolate, Advent Health Redmond, and the Herb Shop on Broad. Meanwhile, radio coverage tonight presented by Advent Health Redmond, also brought to you by Sylvan Learning Center, Equipment Outlet, Georgia Northwestern Technical College, Rome Orthopedic Center, and Mathis Trailers and Equipment Sales. And also another presenting sponsor for us throughout the tournament. We talked about them earlier, but Harbin Clinic, Atrium Health Floyd. And we could not bring you broadcasts of these games, whether it's on the radio or on the fine presentation that Northwest Georgia Media does with their video coverage, without the sponsors. So thank you very much. Merry Christmas to all of our sponsors, all the audience out there, and we appreciate you. All right, folks, coming out of the timeout, Darlington has a 69-56 lead with 5:02 left to go, so there still is plenty of time for Model to try to chip away and come back in this game. But right now, Darlington Tigers are in the driver's seat. But this has been, other than the game against St. Pius, the toughest test, I believe, that Darlington will have faced this year, which is a good thing for both teams, for that matter. Bounce pass underneath. Here's Seelig putting it up, missing the shot. Rebound picked up by John Mason. Model with the basketball across the timeline. Here's Bryson Bell, fires it right wing side. They get it into Fraley, goes to work on Bell, bounces his way in off the glass. That was an assertive move underneath.
An assertive move, and finally finding his way for an impact play there, Fraley.
Had to have it. Here comes Mitchell Rotten, baseline, fires it right wing side. Christian Teasley underneath, Bell off the glass and through. The Darlington Tigers punch back and are back out to a 13-point, 71-58 lead.
And Bell staring down the bench and the student section after that one. He knows how big that one was.
And I got to tell you, Luke, the student sections for both of these schools is always unbelievable. They get a lot of fan support, and for good reason. Both great basketball programs, great schools. Shot is up and through there for Bell. Converts the three-point play. 72-58, 14-point Darlington lead. 4:12 left to go in the ball game. And Bryson Denson surveys the floor, finds Woodley, who finds Mason. Now back towards Woodley. And here is DJ Hall with the two-hand flush, just getting up to the rim, and sends the Darlington crowd in purple into a frenzy.
And what a vertical jump for DJ Hall that time. Got all the way up there.
Bryson Denson misses the tray on the other end. The score is 74-58, and the Darlington fans can feel it now. Teasley has the ball stripped by John Mason on the baseline on the other end. Model works left to right. Here's Bryson Denson. They are running out of time here for a comeback. Here's Bryson Denson into the lane, trying to kiss it off the glass and through. Can't get it to go, but Luke, he is going to the stripe.
He is going to the stripe, and that is a big-time play there, given the context of this game.
Yeah, if you're Model right now, you've got to challenge inside and get yourself to the free throw line so that you have the opportunity to get some points without any time going off the clock. First shot on the way, and that one's going to rattle out, because otherwise there's just not a lot of time to work with here to try to mount a comeback of this nature. And we're starting to see some fans head for the exit. Shot was up, and he made it. So Denson made the second one after missing the first, and that cuts it to a 15-point game. Of course, it's not the Model fans that are leaving. I think it was just hangers-on from some of the other games today who wanted to see this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because as a Model fan, I wouldn't give up quite yet.
Cam Seelig with a two-hand flush all alone.
I think there was a breakdown there in the full court press and just unable to cover Seelig there.
Astute observation, no question about that, Luke. Tough situation there for the Model defense, as you stated. Bryson Denson with the basketball up top, going to fire it right wing side to Bryson Bell, and knocks down a timely three. They absolutely needed that bucket. to try to have any chance at all.
And just hanging on by a thread, that's what Model needs to do right now.
Teasley with the basketball gets pushed by Bryson Bell. That was a no-doubter right there, blown whistle by the official.
And always have to show the face of perplexion there from Bell.
But I tell you what, this has been a fun ball game. When we get into the game, we'll see what the final score reflects, but this has been a tight battle between two really good basketball teams. Been a lot of fun to watch. I like watching both of these teams play a lot. Wilkerson to Seelig. Ball stolen away. John Mason picks it off, goes in and lays it in. He's got almost enough vertical to dunk.
Almost.
Not quite, but he got pretty close to the rim there.
And a solid defensive read that time. They need more of that.
Gets it to Bell. He drives in, turns, shoots, scores, and is going to the line with a three-point opportunity.
And fired up that time for Bell. I think he heard our comments about him being a little off because he is on right now.
Well, he's had a tough night around the perimeter, but since he shifted his focus to going inside, he's managed to get some buckets and some three-point opportunities. And look, I mean, if he makes this shot, well, misses that one, but he's got 8 points all of a sudden. Bryson Denson now to Woodley, drives in, little finger roll off the glass and through for Woodley. 78-66, 12-point lead for the Tigers. Oh my goodness, that was quite a collision right there between Bryce and Bell. Incidental contact, but Teasley took a shot. Yeah, Darlington beat Almerchi 80-27 in the first round. Crushed Rockmart 114-42. This is the first opposition that they faced here in the tournament and for a good part of the season so far. And they are passing the test here late in the game, Luke.
Correct. And there was some incidental contact there. The ref just trying to toss it down to his fellow referee, hitting Harrell there in the head of Model.
Goodness. I didn't catch that. Christian Teasley at the free throw line. First shot is up and through. And one more coming up for him. As we were mentioning earlier, the Darlington Tigers have 5 gold balls. They had a three-peat from 21, 22, and 23. Shot is on the way and through for Teasley, and they went back-to-back in 05 and 06, so that adds up to their 5, and they're about to make it 6.
And they fell just short last year, so could be some redemption here for the players that were on that last year's team.
Model has 2 gold balls in history ball. Poke free. Here's DJ Hall coming back one-on-one with Denson. Puts up the shot, scores, and DJ is going to the free throw line.
And textbook right there, using the full length of his 2 steps in the lane there and drawing the end one.
And now you can really feel the student section realizing what kind of celebration they're getting ready to enjoy here.
Yeah, I do believe I just heard an overrated chant coming there from the Tigers.
Never been a big fan of that chant myself for a number of reasons. Shot is through.
Well, it can backfire very easily, that's for sure.
Chaden Woodley has got the ball, starts to split defenders, loses it. Harrell comes out with it, scoops it up, misses the shot, but gets the foul, so we will see him at the free throw line.
And Farrell, kind of a quiet night from him tonight. But he had a great game against Coosa, and I'm sure he'll be looking forward down the road to a whole lot of good performances.
To me, I've always felt like that chant, don't you want your opponent to be as good as advertised that you beat?
That is true. Never thought of it like that, but that is true.
Shot is missed by Tyler Harrell. So one more coming up for Harrell right now. Darlington on top, 83-66. Just a different way of looking at it. Second shot on the way is through. Of course, I got a different way of looking at a lot of things.
Hey, that's what it takes. And there have been some chants in basketball that have backfired. I think about Trey Young against the Knicks a couple of seasons ago. There were a lot of derogatory chants going towards him, and he ended up showing them up that season.
Well, folks, we're going to keep it right here through the break, but We've got 1:23 left to go here in the ball game. Right now, Darlington leads it 83-67, and so they are 1 minute and 23 seconds, barring some madness here late in this game, from hoisting their 6th gold ball in tournament history after a very short drought, as Luke referenced. They won it not last year, but the year before, and were in it last year as well. So 1:23 left to go in this ball game. We appreciate you tuning in to live coverage of the 72nd annual Rome 7 Hills Rotary Christmas Tournament. At the end of the night, of course, we'll keep it with you for the gold ball presentation and the announcement of the all-tournament team and MVP. It's going to be interesting to see who they select. There's some great candidates for it this year. Very curious to see who that is going to end up being. But we still got a little bit of basketball left to play here in this tournament. And I got to admit, it's a fun 3 days. It'll wear you out. Don't get as much sleep. But then, boom, after tons of basketball for a few days, it's all over. It's a little bittersweet.
Bittersweet, and I may not be in town for this next year's Christmas tournament, so we'll see what happens. But
well, if you are, we're going to offer you a headset. I can assure you of that. You've done a fine job throughout the tournament. We appreciate your effort.
Thank you, sir. I've had a great time. This has been an unforgettable experience.
Cam Seelig missed the shot, and now Model comes out with it. We're under a minute to go officially. Bryson Denson as the Blue Devils trying to finish strong, but there's no doubt who's winning this contest tonight. John Mason kicks it out. Denson's got it. Denson going to leave it off for Woodley. Here's Bryson Bell. Bryson Bell picks up his dribble, going to bounce it underneath to Harrell, drives baseline, and the ball is going to go out of bounds on Hall. Definitely want to tip the cap to everybody involved on putting this tournament on. The Rome 7 Hills Rotary, a fine group of people. And this is a fundraiser. They kick it out the left wing side. Here's John Mason driving, putting some points on the board here late in the ball game. Also Shorter University and Georgia Highlands College for being unbelievable hosts once again this year. Had a lot of fun being at Shorter the last 3 days. Didn't get to go to Georgia Highlands this year, but I heard it was what you expected to be when you're there. Fine Southern hospitality and a great environment. 12 seconds left to go on the clock. Look at the sportsmanship right there between Bryson Denson and DJ Hall, slapping each other's hands at the end of this game. Even though they're rivals, there's a lot of respect between these two teams.
And you love to see it. I mean, these guys interact throughout the week and throughout playing in this basketball world. Floyd County, you know, everybody's connected, so you love to see it.
And anytime we see something like that we saw in that moment, we are going to make sure to point that out, because that is what it's all about, folks. Well, the Darlington Tigers, ladies and gentlemen, are your 2025 gold ball winners. At the conclusion of the tournament, they pull away at the end and win it 83-69 over the Model Blue Devils. And again, we'll point out that's the 6th gold ball in Darlington history. They won it in 05 and 06 back-to-back, the three-peat from 2021 through 2023, and they get another one to put in the trophy case here in just a couple of moments for 2025. The 72nd annual Rome 7 Hills Rotary Christmas basketball tournament is officially in the books, with the exception of one more trophy presentation, one more all-tournament team, and then also the final MVP, this time on the boys' side. On the girls' side, it was Tori Vitello earlier, as Almerchi ended up picking up the victory in the girls' game earlier tonight. 59-42 was the final score in that game. And now they'll announce the all-tournament team. Actually, they're going to do the gold ball presentation first before they do that. So here come the Darlington Tigers to receive the ultimate prize in basketball here in Rome and Floyd County, especially this time of year, and they will hoist that ball with pride after great effort for picking up another victory. So congratulations are certainly in order to the Darlington Tigers on picking up that victory. So congratulations to Coach Nathan West and the Darlington Tigers. And we will have the presentation of the all-tournament team. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, though, because I got to have the scoring book. We'll give you the MVP when we come back in about 2 minutes.
From Coosa, Timbo Mitchell. From Rockmart, Tucker Carson. Also from Rockmart, A.D. Sample. From Keppel, Rob Wilson. From Model, John Mason. Also from Model, James Woodley. From Darlington, Christian Teasley. Also from Darlington, Cam Sealy. And your 2025 from Seven Hills Rotary Club Christmas Basketball Tournament MVP from Darlington High School, Cam Sealy.
All right, folks, we welcome you back one more time as we get ready to wind down coverage here of the 72nd Annual Rome Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Basketball Tournament. And the tournament MVP has just been officially announced. And, Luke, it was Cam Seelig.
Good to see for him. And just a great Darlington team all around. And a great performance from Seelig. Love to see it.
Well, Luke, we get ready to wind things down. I do want to run down the scoring here from our nightcap, and I got to tell you, folks, don't trust my math on this one tonight because I missed a couple of things, so I apologize for that, but we'll give you the unofficial totals, the best we've got right now at the moment. We'll start with the Model Blue Devils. John Mason with 8 points, 3 points for Brenton Bell. Bryson Denson had 14 points, 9 points for Bryson Bell, 6 for Dominic Fraley, 5 for Tyler Harrell. The leading scorer tonight in my book was Chaden Woodley. I had him with 23 points here in the contest. Meanwhile, for the victorious Darlington Tigers, who picked up the victory, final score 83 to 69, they would pick up four guys in double digits. 8 points for Brent Bell, 2 points for Mitchell Rotten off the bench, but then they would have 15 points from Jordan Wilkerson. All 15 of his points were in the second quarter. He made 4 threes and then converted a three-point play with an and one. And then you had 14 points from DJ Hall, 18 points for Cam Seelig, who was the tournament MVP on the boys' side, and 22 points for Christian Teasley. He was the leading scorer tonight for the Darlington Tigers. But all in all, it was a good basketball game. At the end of the first quarter, we were tied. At the end of the first half, it was a 1-point game in favor of Darlington. By the time we got to the end of the third quarter, the lead for Darlington had grown to 61 to 52, but it still was anybody's ball game. But then Darlington was able to seal the deal there in the fourth quarter, pull away to win it 83 to 69. We got to watch some really good basketball tonight.
Amazing basketball and two great teams. I think they've got a amazing season, both of these sides ahead of them, and deep playoff runs on the way. So I wouldn't hang your head if you're a Blue Devil tonight, and I definitely wouldn't hang your head if you're a Tiger tonight.
Well, folks, we're going to wind down our coverage tonight by once again thanking all of our sponsors. Do want to recognize the crew one more time. And tonight, as far as the video crew is concerned, let me go ahead and pull up my information one more time because definitely want to do this before we get out of here because it has taken a Herculean effort from a lot of different people here to make sure that we had coverage for folks that couldn't make it to the tournament the last 3 days. So we're going to start here with midcourt cameras, Afton Taylor and Bennett Abernathy. Sideline cameras, Clay Hardiker and Miracle Lilly. Nathan Patterson and with replay, Mike Garrett was the director tonight. And then let's see, we've got Thomas on PTZ as a substitute tonight. So Thomas Patterson out here with us, a Georgia Tech freshman this year, having a good time down there on the flats. And with that said, we'll recognize the radio crew. And we've had an expanded crew this year, which was a tremendous amount of fun. And we added the voices of Gavin Booker, who is the play-by-play voice of the Rome Emperors, among other things that he does. He worked for 2 nights with Luke Reynolds, who's here with me tonight. And young man, you did a fantastic job. People that listen, unless I told them that you were a senior in high school, they would think that you've been in the business for about a decade or more. So you have done a professional job, and we appreciate what you've done for us the last couple of days. So thank you again, sir.
Thank you, sir. It was a great opportunity, and I'd love to do it again.
Well, we'll make that happen for sure, and definitely want to thank my partner in crime, Ian Griffin, who was with me the first 2 nights of the tournament. And then, of course, on the girls' championship tonight, we had our buddy Grayson Atkins, who worked with us as an intern last year at WLAQ, is at Sanford down there in Homewood, Alabama, near Birmingham. As a freshman this year, he did a fine job as well. We appreciate him. It was always great to catch up with everybody here at the Christmas tournament. So for Ian Griffin, Gavin Booker, Luke Reynolds, Grayson Atkins, I'm Matt Davis, and last but not least, our buddy Lynn Butler back at the studio. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure to bring you the call once again of the 72nd Annual Rome Seven Hills Rotary Christmas Basketball Tournament. And I do want to say one more time before we wrap up, Merry Christmas to all and a Happy New Year. So long, everybody. We'll talk to you next time, and have a great evening. Good night.